Nestled amidst the towering peaks of the Alps, Switzerland stands as a beacon of peace and neutrality in a world often defined by conflict. For centuries, this small landlocked nation has charted a unique course, abstaining from military alliances and foreign wars. This steadfast commitment to neutrality has become synonymous with Switzerland's identity, shaping its history, culture, and place on the world stage. But how did this tradition of neutrality arise? What were the historical, geographical, and political factors that led to its development? Switzerland's story is a testament to the enduring power of peace. It's a story of a nation that chose diplomacy over conquest, negotiation over aggression. While its neighbors engaged in centuries of bloody conflict, Switzerland forged a different path, one rooted in the principles of neutrality and self-reliance. This journey, however, was not without its challenges. From navigating the complexities of European power struggles to facing the moral dilemmas of wartime neutrality, Switzerland has consistently adapted its stance to maintain its independence and uphold its values. This essay delves into the captivating history of Swiss neutrality, exploring its origins, evolution, and enduring relevance in the 21st century. Furthermore, we will examine the political and diplomatic foundations of Swiss neutrality, from its formal recognition at the Congress of Vienna to its role as a mediator and host for international diplomacy. We will explore how Switzerland navigated the turbulent waters of 2 world wars, maintaining its neutrality while facing immense pressure from all sides. The essay will then delve into the challenges and triumphs of Swiss neutrality during the Cold War, a period marked by ideological divisions and the constant threat of nuclear war. We will analyze how Switzerland navigated this tense geopolitical landscape, balancing its economic ties with both East and West, while avoiding entanglement in military alliances. Finally, we will turn our attention to the modern era, exploring the evolving nature of neutrality in a globalized world. From the snow-capped peaks of the Alps to the bustling streets of its cosmopolitan cities, Switzerland's story is a testament to the enduring power of peace. Join us as we embark on a captivating journey through time, unraveling the historical tapestry of Swiss neutrality and its enduring legacy in a world yearning for stability and understanding. This exploration will shed light on the complex interplay of factors that have shaped Switzerland's unique path, offering valuable insights into the challenges and opportunities of maintaining neutrality in a world grappling with unprecedented global challenges. Through this journey, we aim to foster a deeper appreciation for Switzerland's unwavering commitment to peace, diplomacy, and international cooperation, inspiring reflection on the role of neutrality in navigating the complexities of our interconnected world. To truly grasp Swiss neutrality, we must journey back to the 13th century. Amidst the towering Alps lay small, independent cantons. These cantons faced the expansionist Habsburg dynasty. In 1291, 3 cantons, Uri, Schwyz, and Unterwalden, forged a pact. This federal charter marked the genesis of the old Swiss Confederacy. It was a vow to stand united against external threats. The spirit of the Swiss, forged in shared struggle, would be a force to be reckoned with. The federal charter laid the groundwork for independence and neutrality. The early years of the Swiss Confederacy were marked by a series of conflicts and expansions as the cantons, emboldened by their newfound unity, sought to secure their borders and protect their hard-won autonomy. The rugged terrain of the Alps, while providing a natural barrier against invasion, also fostered a spirit of self-reliance and military prowess among the Swiss people. The Swiss, skilled mountaineers and strategists, utilized the terrain to their advantage, developing innovative tactics that exploited the weaknesses of their more heavily armored adversaries. They proved to be formidable opponents, repelling numerous attempts by the Habsburgs and other neighboring forces to subjugate them. As the Confederacy grew in strength and reputation, other cantons, recognizing the benefits of collective security and shared governance, sought to join its ranks. The original three cantons welcomed these new members, forging alliances and expanding the Confederacy's reach across the Swiss plateau. This period of growth and consolidation solidified the Confederacy's position as a significant force in the region. The Swiss, once fragmented and vulnerable, had forged a resilient and formidable alliance, capable of defending its interests against even the most powerful adversaries. Their success served as a testament to the power of unity, determination, and the unwavering pursuit of freedom. The year 1315 marked a pivotal moment in Swiss history. The Battle of Morgarten, fought on the shores of Lake Egerie, pitted the Swiss Confederacy against the Habsburg army. The Swiss lured the Habsburg forces into a narrow pass, negating their numerical advantage. The Swiss unleashed a devastating surprise attack, throwing the Habsburgs into disarray. The Habsburg forces were routed, their advance shattered. The Battle of Morgarten became a symbol of Swiss tenacity and ingenuity. Following their triumph at Morgarten, the Swiss Confederacy entered a period of expansion and military success. Victories fueled confidence, leading to a more assertive foreign policy. This period reached a turning point at the Battle of Marignano in 1515. The Swiss faced King Francis I of France near Milan. Despite their efforts, the Swiss were overwhelmed by French firepower. Ultimately, the Swiss were forced to withdraw, marking their first major defeat. The Battle of Marignano shattered the illusion of Swiss invincibility. The defeat at Marignano in 1515 cast a long shadow over the Swiss Confederacy. It forced a re-evaluation of its place in European power. Grappling with defeat, the Confederacy faced the limitations of its military might. This led to a profound shift in Swiss foreign policy. Recognizing the futility of military expansion, they embarked on a path of neutrality. This decision marked the beginning of Switzerland's commitment to peace. In 1516, the Treaty of Perpetual Peace with France formalized this neutrality. Embracing neutrality safeguarded their independence and way of life. With the embrace of neutrality as a guiding principle, the Swiss Confederacy shifted its focus to inward consolidation and the preservation of its independence. The Swiss military evolved into a formidable defensive force, safeguarding borders and deterring aggressors. This emphasis on national defense fostered a culture of self-reliance and resilience. The Swiss, through their commitment to defense, sent a clear message. They sought peace but were prepared to defend their independence. The Swiss Alps, a breathtaking tapestry of towering peaks and deep valleys, have shaped the character and destiny of Switzerland. These majestic mountains serve as natural guardians, shielding Switzerland and reinforcing its neutrality. the Alps, a formidable line of defense, deter invaders, and protect the nation. More than just geography, they symbolize resilience and independence. The Swiss Alps, silent guardians, ensure peace and neutrality. The Swiss Alps, more than just a picturesque backdrop, have shaped Switzerland's destiny, influencing its strategic thinking and neutrality. This formidable range with towering peaks and treacherous passes serves as a natural fortress, fostering self-reliance. Throughout history, empires have eyed Switzerland, enticed by its location and resources. Yet, they are deterred by the Alps, a natural barrier challenging even the most formidable armies. The Swiss, aware of their terrain's significance, utilize its advantages to safeguard independence and neutrality. The Alps, with limited avenues of approach, force invaders through predictable paths, allowing the Swiss to prepare defenses. Masters of their alpine domain, they transform barriers into strongholds, establishing fortifications and lookout points. The mountains, silent guardians, safeguard Switzerland's sovereignty, allowing it to chart its own course. The Swiss, shaped by their mountainous environment, have developed a unique military tradition rooted in adaptability and innovation. From the early days, the Swiss adapted their tactics and weaponry to counter larger forces. Embracing a citizen-soldier model, every able-bodied man served in the militia. This system fostered a deep sense of civic duty and rapid mobilization. Masters of mountain warfare, they used camouflage and surprise to outmaneuver foes. The Swiss earned a reputation as fierce and resourceful warriors. Their legacy of innovation has been a cornerstone of their national defense. This strategic brilliance deters aggression and reinforces their commitment to neutrality. As the 20th century dawned, the Swiss adapted their defensive strategies to modern warfare. They embarked on the National Redoubt, transforming the Alps into a network of fortifications. This labyrinthine network was designed to withstand determined assaults. It offered a safe haven for the Swiss government and population in case of invasion. The National Redoubt represented a psychological deterrent to potential aggressors. It demonstrated Switzerland's commitment to defending its neutrality. Though never tested in battle, it served its purpose as a deterrent. The National Redoubt stands as a monument to Swiss ingenuity and resolve. Switzerland's neutrality is deeply intertwined with its military preparedness. Armed neutrality has shaped its national identity and foreign policy. Neutrality is actively safeguarded through a credible defense force. The military deters aggression from any quarter. Mandatory military service fosters civic duty and national unity. This shared experience strengthens the willingness to defend the country. Peace is seen as the product of strength and vigilance. Switzerland's legacy is a testament to peace through preparedness. Switzerland's neutrality, backed by natural defenses and a credible military, deters aggression. Potential adversaries see the risks of invasion outweighing the benefits. The Swiss Alps present a daunting obstacle to invaders. The terrain and military expertise would make any invasion a logistical nightmare. neutrality is underpinned by economic strength and political stability. An attack would provoke international condemnation and economic repercussions. Deterrence is about fostering an environment where aggression is unacceptable. Switzerland's tradition of neutrality earns respect and goodwill globally. The Swiss Alps are more than a backdrop. They are guardians of neutrality. These mountains have provided a safe haven for Switzerland. The Alps limit invasion paths, allowing the Swiss to prepare defenses. Unpredictable weather and treacherous passes deter conquerors. The Swiss respect the strategic significance of their environment. They use the terrain to their advantage in conflict. The Alps symbolize Switzerland's independence and neutrality. True strength lies in recognizing and utilizing natural advantages. Switzerland's neutrality is etched into its national identity. This legacy is evident in its military preparedness and strategic thinking. The Swiss believe in peace, diplomacy, and international cooperation. Neutrality is a commitment to engaging with the world as a bridge builder. This commitment is reflected in Switzerland's political system and foreign policy. The Swiss avoid military alliances, preferring dialogue and respect for international law. Their dedication to neutrality creates a beacon of hope and stability. The legacy of peace is etched in the hearts and minds of the Swiss people. The year 1815 marked a pivotal moment in European history. Switzerland's commitment to neutrality gained formal recognition. The Congress of Vienna sought to restore stability and prevent future conflicts. Switzerland, maintaining neutrality during the Napoleonic Wars, was central to these deliberations. European powers recognized the strategic importance of a neutral Switzerland. The Treaty of Paris guaranteed Switzerland's independence and neutrality. This recognition transformed Swiss neutrality into a cornerstone of European diplomacy. It ushered in an era of peace and stability for Switzerland. With neutrality recognized, Switzerland became a neutral intermediary. Swiss diplomacy, characterized by discretion and impartiality, was sought after. Switzerland adopted a policy of active neutrality, engaging with all sides. It offered mediation, hosted peace talks, and protected humanitarian interests. Swiss diplomacy aimed to prevent conflicts and uphold international law. Known for discretion and trust building, Switzerland earned respect. Its efforts symbolized hope and a voice for peace. Switzerland became a beacon of neutrality and diplomacy. World War I tested Swiss neutrality like never before. Surrounded by warring nations, Switzerland faced immense pressure. It held firm to neutrality, mobilizing forces to defend its borders. The Swiss government adopted strict impartiality. Switzerland played an active role in humanitarian efforts. The Swiss Red Cross became a symbol of hope. Neutrality during World War I earned international respect. Switzerland navigated the war while upholding its principles. World War II presented even greater challenges to Swiss neutrality. Surrounded by Axis powers, Switzerland faced intense pressure. It avoided direct military involvement but faced controversy. Switzerland adopted a defensive posture, mobilizing its forces. The government sought to distance itself from Nazi Germany. Economic dependence on trade made isolation impossible. Switzerland's wartime actions sparked intense scrutiny. Its legacy of neutrality during World War II remains debated. Post-World War II, a new world order emerged. Switzerland faced the challenge of adapting to the Cold War. It maintained military non-alignment and refused to join alliances. Switzerland embraced multilateralism and international organizations. Neutrality evolved into a more active and engaged form. Switzerland fostered dialogue, promoted peace, and upheld human rights. Neutrality transformed into a nuanced concept of international cooperation. Switzerland's commitment to neutrality remains steadfast and multifaceted. As the 20th century drew to a close, witnessing the fall of the Berlin Wall and the end of the Cold War, Switzerland's commitment to neutrality evolved, adapting to a rapidly changing world. In an era of increasing interconnectedness and complex global challenges, Switzerland's tradition of impartiality remains valuable. With its long history of neutrality and commitment to international law, Switzerland is a sought-after mediator in international disputes. Its ability to engage without prejudice has earned it global respect. Switzerland's neutrality has evolved, adapting to changing circumstances. In the 21st century, Switzerland faces new challenges like globalization and cyber warfare. Switzerland continues to emphasize dialogue, diplomacy, and respect for international law. Switzerland's legacy of neutrality, forged over centuries of careful diplomacy and military preparedness, stands as a testament to the enduring power of peace. In a polarized world, Switzerland's dedication to impartiality and dialogue offers a beacon of hope. Its journey towards neutrality has faced challenges and controversies. Criticized for wartime actions and economic dealings, Switzerland adapts and upholds neutrality. Neutrality reflects a belief in dialogue, building bridges, and upholding human dignity. Switzerland's legacy offers a roadmap for navigating 21st century challenges. The aftermath of World War II brought about a new geopolitical reality, defined by the clash between the capitalist West, led by the United States, and the communist East, dominated by the Soviet Union. This division cleaved Europe in two, challenging Switzerland's tradition of neutrality. Positioned at the heart of a continent on edge, Switzerland was a neutral island amidst military alliances. True to its history, Switzerland refused to join either side, navigating the Cold War through a delicate balancing act. Externally, Switzerland walked a diplomatic tightrope, engaging in trade and cultural exchanges without compromising its neutrality. Switzerland's commitment to peace solidified its reputation as a beacon of stability. While the Cold War cast a long shadow over Europe, dividing the continent with ideological barriers and military buildups, Switzerland sought to build bridges, not walls. Recognizing that economic interdependence could serve as a stabilizing force, Switzerland maintained trade relations with both East and West, becoming a vital conduit for commerce across the Iron Curtain. Switzerland's neutral status and its reputation for reliability and discretion made it an attractive trading partner for countries on both sides of the ideological divide. Swiss companies, renowned for their quality and craftsmanship, exported goods ranging from precision machinery and pharmaceuticals to chocolate and watches, becoming symbols of Swiss ingenuity and neutrality. Switzerland's role as a financial intermediary also flourished during the Cold War. Its banking system, renowned for its secrecy and stability, attracted deposits from individuals and governments worldwide, becoming a neutral ground for financial transactions across ideological lines. This role, while controversial at times, contributed to Switzerland's economic prosperity and reinforced its image as a safe haven for capital in an uncertain world. Switzerland's economic engagement with both East and West during the Cold War demonstrated that pragmatism and principle could coexist. By fostering economic ties, Switzerland helped to maintain a degree of normalcy and stability in a divided Europe, demonstrating that cooperation, even amidst ideological conflict, was not only possible but also beneficial. The specter of nuclear war loomed large over the Cold War, casting a chilling pall over everyday life and fueling a sense of existential dread. Switzerland, though committed to neutrality, recognized the devastating potential of this new form of warfare and took unprecedented steps to prepare its citizens for the unthinkable. The Swiss government, understanding that neutrality offered no guarantees in a nuclear conflict, embarked on an ambitious civil defense program, one of the most extensive in the world. The goal was to provide shelter and protection for the entire Swiss population in the event of a nuclear attack. Thousands of fallout shelters, both public and private, were constructed across the country, built into the sides of mountains, beneath homes and businesses, even incorporated into bridges and tunnels. These shelters, stocked with essential supplies, were designed to withstand the blast, heat, and radiation of a nuclear detonation. Switzerland's commitment to civil defense during the Cold War, while a stark reminder of the era's anxieties, demonstrated the country's unwavering dedication to protecting its citizens, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable threats. These measures, though never put to the ultimate test, served as a testament to Swiss pragmatism, their foresight, and their unwavering will to survive. As the Cold War raged on, Switzerland's neutrality, far from relegating it to the sidelines of history, thrust it into the forefront of international diplomacy. Its reputation for impartiality, its discretion, and its ability to maintain confidentiality made it an ideal location for high-stakes negotiations between the superpowers. Geneva, already home to the European headquarters of the United Nations and the International Committee of the Red Cross, became a hub for Cold War-era diplomacy. Its neutral ground provided a safe space for diplomats and world leaders to meet, to negotiate, and to seek common ground amidst the ideological divide. Switzerland, through its discreet diplomacy and its unwavering commitment to neutrality, played a crucial role in facilitating dialogue between the superpowers. It hosted summits, conferences, and negotiations on a wide range of issues, from arms control and disarmament to human rights and regional conflicts. Switzerland's role as a neutral host for superpower diplomacy during the Cold War highlighted the essential role that neutral states can play in bridging divides, fostering dialogue, and promoting peace in a polarized world. Its legacy as a trusted intermediary continues to this day, making Switzerland a sought-after location for international negotiations and a symbol of hope for peaceful resolution. Geneva, nestled amidst the stunning backdrop of the Swiss Alps, transformed into a global center for diplomacy and international cooperation during the Cold War. Its reputation for neutrality, its well-established infrastructure for hosting international events, and its cosmopolitan atmosphere made it an ideal location for fostering dialogue and seeking solutions to global challenges. The United Nations office at Geneva, established in 1946, became a focal point for multilateral diplomacy, hosting numerous conferences, summits, and negotiations on issues ranging from disarmament and human rights to trade and development. Geneva's neutral ground provided a platform for countries, regardless of their political ideologies or alliances, to come together and address shared concerns. Beyond the UNOG, Geneva also became a hub for specialized agencies and organizations dedicated to promoting peace, humanitarianism, and international cooperation. The International Committee of the Red Cross, headquartered in Geneva, continued its vital work of providing humanitarian aid, visiting prisoners of war, and upholding the Geneva Conventions, even in the midst of Cold War tensions. Geneva's emergence as a global center for dialogue during the Cold War solidified its reputation as a city of peace and a testament to Switzerland's enduring commitment to neutrality. Its legacy as a hub for international cooperation continues to shape its identity and its role in the world today. Switzerland's unwavering commitment to neutrality during the Cold War extended beyond its borders, influencing international relations and contributing to a more stable and peaceful world. Its principled stance, coupled with its active engagement in international organizations and its role as a mediator, helped to reduce tensions, foster dialogue, and promote a rules-based international order. Switzerland's neutrality served as a stabilizing force in a world divided by ideological conflict. Its refusal to join military alliances and its commitment to non-interference in the internal affairs of other countries made it a trusted intermediary, capable of engaging with all parties without prejudice or suspicion. Switzerland's active participation in international organizations, particularly the United Nations, provided a platform for its voice to be heard and its values to be promoted. Switzerland consistently advocated for peaceful resolution of disputes, respect for international law, and the protection of human rights, using its influence to shape the international agenda and promote a more just and equitable world order. Switzerland's Cold War experience demonstrated that neutrality, far from being a passive or isolationist stance, could be a powerful force for peace and a catalyst for international cooperation. Its legacy in this regard continues to inspire other nations and to shape the global landscape, offering a beacon of hope in a world often marred by conflict and mistrust. Switzerland's unwavering commitment to neutrality during the Cold War left an indelible mark on its national identity and its place in the world. Its ability to navigate a bipolar world and contribute to international peace solidified its reputation as a model for neutral states. Switzerland's success in maintaining non-aligned status while engaging internationally challenged the notion that neutrality equated to passivity. As the world entered a new millennium, Switzerland's commitment to neutrality remained steadfast, adapting to global politics while holding true to its core principles. As the 21st century dawned, Switzerland, with its long tradition of neutrality, found itself at a crossroads. The end of the Cold War brought a new era of global interconnectedness and new challenges. Conflict evolved into cyberspace, economic interdependence, and transnational terrorism. Switzerland had to adapt its neutrality to this changing global landscape. The old rules no longer sufficed in a world where war and peace blurred. The Swiss recognized that outdated neutrality was like a crumbling fortress. They needed a nuanced approach to preserve independence and security. This new chapter required balancing non-alignment with active global engagement. The forces of globalization, while creating unprecedented opportunities for economic growth and cultural exchange, also presented unique challenges to Switzerland's traditional neutrality. The increasing interconnectedness of the global economy, the rise of transnational organizations, and the blurring of borders in the digital age made it increasingly difficult for any nation, even one as geographically isolated as Switzerland, to remain entirely aloof from the affairs of the world. Switzerland, with its renowned financial institutions, its export-oriented economy, and its tradition of international cooperation, found itself deeply enmeshed in this new globalized order. Its banks, renowned for their stability and discretion, attracted deposits from individuals and corporations worldwide, making Switzerland a key player in the global financial system. This deep integration into the global economy brought with it new responsibilities and dilemmas. Switzerland, committed to its neutrality, faced pressure to comply with international sanctions regimes, to combat money laundering and tax evasion, and to address concerns about the transparency of its financial system. Balancing these demands with its tradition of neutrality required careful diplomacy, a willingness to engage in multilateral dialogue, and a commitment to upholding international norms and standards while safeguarding its own interests and values. The rise of the internet and the digital revolution transformed the way we communicate, conduct business, and even wage war. This revolution created new vulnerabilities, challenging traditional notions of sovereignty and neutrality. Cyber warfare emerged as a potent tool for both state and non-state actors. Switzerland, despite its isolation, was not immune to this threat. Its developed digital infrastructure made it a potential target for cyber attacks. Committed to neutrality, Switzerland faced the dilemma of defending itself in cyberspace. The increasing interconnectedness of the global economy, while bringing about unprecedented prosperity and opportunities for collaboration, also presented Switzerland with a delicate balancing act as it sought to maintain its neutrality amidst the complexities of international trade, finance, and economic sanctions. Switzerland, with its renowned financial institutions, its export-oriented economy, and its tradition of free trade, found itself deeply integrated into the global marketplace. Its banks, renowned for their stability and discretion, played a crucial role in facilitating international transactions, managing assets, and providing financial services to clients worldwide. This deep integration into the global financial system, however, exposed Switzerland to the complexities of economic sanctions, often imposed by international organizations like the United Nations, or by individual countries in response to political disputes, human rights violations, or security threats. Switzerland, committed to its neutrality, faced the challenge of upholding its traditional stance of impartiality, while also complying with its international obligations and navigating the pressure to align with its partners in imposing or enforcing sanctions. This balancing act required careful diplomacy, a nuanced understanding of international law, and a willingness to engage in dialogue to find solutions that respected both its principles and its economic interests. As the 21st century unfolds, Switzerland's commitment to neutrality, far from being a relic of a bygone era, remains a cornerstone of its national identity and a source of strength on the world stage. While the nature of neutrality has evolved, adapting to a rapidly changing global landscape, its core principles of non-alignment, impartiality, and a commitment to peaceful resolution of disputes remain as relevant as ever. Switzerland's ability to navigate the complexities of the modern world, to maintain its independence amidst shifting alliances and global power struggles, and to contribute to international peace and stability, serves as a beacon of hope in an increasingly uncertain world. Its legacy of neutrality, forged over centuries of careful diplomacy, military preparedness, and a deep-seated belief in the power of dialogue, offers a valuable model for other nations seeking to chart a course of peace and cooperation. Switzerland's story is a testament to the enduring power of neutrality as a force for good in the world. It demonstrates that peace is not the absence of conflict, but rather the product of vigilance, wisdom, and a steadfast commitment to Dalaman Kamampurs Mishis and these pastor of Commandariote. As the world grapples with new challenges and threats, Switzerland's unwavering dedication to these principles offers a ray of hope and a path toward a more peaceful and just future for